Anyway, I am very happy to bring up your next comedian. He is a staple of the Cupcake Comedy Cabaret, and he very nearly approaches the line of breaking the rules, but he never does. So everyone give a very warm welcome to Wolf Larsen!
So, a subway train jumped out of Donald Trump's Penizz and into the First Lady's vagina. Now, the subway train is rolling through the First Lady's vagina, but then the subway train magically turns into the Mayflower. The Mayflower. So now, the pilgrims on board the Mayflower are sailing through the First Lady's vagina. And then the Mayflower sails out the First Lady's butthole. And now the Mayflower is sailing across the sea of Wolf Larsen's spermatozoa. Then, while the Mayflower is sailing, the Mayflower suddenly turns into a giant dildo that can fly. A giant flying rocket ship dildo. So the pilgrims take off into the sky aboard the magical Mayflower flying dildo. And they go up into the sky and they land on God's testicle. So now the magical Mayflower dildo is on God's testicle. The pilgrims descend from the Mayflower testicle. And there on God's testicle, they're greeted by the founding fathers of our great nation. You know, George Washington and those guys. So now the pilgrims and the founding fathers are talking to each other on God's testicle. And also on God's testicle is a giant pair of buttocks on two legs. And it's serenading them. It's singing out of its big anus the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see? You know. So then the pilgrims and the founding fathers decide to go through a stroll in the forest of God's pubic hairs. So the pilgrims and the founding fathers are strolling through God's pubic hairs, the forest of God's pubic hairs. And that's when God begins to itch and itch. And God is scratching and scratching. So God goes to the doctor's office. And God says, please, doctor, help me. It itches. I'm scratching and scratching. And that's when Joe Biden, the vice president, shows up in the doctor's office and he says, do you have genital lice? Well, try Joe Biden's genital lice cream. I scream, you scream. We all scream for Joe Biden's genital lice cream. Good night. Please, Kendall.